In a small village, three women often gathered under the old banyan tree, each eager to praise their daughters-in-law. The first woman, Mrs. Kapoor, boasted, "My son married a brilliant doctor. She treats patients in the city hospital and wears designer clothes." Mrs. Sharma smirked and countered, "That's nothing. My daughter-in-law is a top engineer. She travels abroad for work and drives a luxury car." The third woman, Mrs. Varma, listened quietly before saying, "My Bahu is a simple village girl. She cooks meals with love, tends to our farm, and cares for the family." The other two scoffed. "What's so impressive about that? Any illiterate girl can do chores." One evening, a fierce storm lashed the village. Trees toppled, roads flooded, and electricity vanished. Mrs. Kapoor fell terribly ill, but her daughter-in-law was stranded in the city. Mrs. Sharma's house began leaking, but her engineer Bahu was away on a business trip. Meanwhile, Mrs. Varma's humble daughter-in-law sprang into action. She braved the rain to fetch medicine for Mrs. Kapoor, helped reinforce Mrs. Sharma's crumbling roof, and cooked hot meals for stranded neighbors. She even comforted frightened children with lullabies. When the storm passed, the village gathered to thank her. Mrs. Kapoor and Mrs. Sharma sat in stunned silence, realizing their daughters-in-law's wealth and status meant little when help was needed most. With tears in her eyes, Mrs. Sharma admitted, "We were wrong. True worth isn't in degrees or money. It's in the heart. Outer achievements may shine, but inner goodness lights up lives. Never underestimate the power of kindness, humility, and love."